Hey YouTube, how's it going? It's me, R Squad 911, back again with another unboxing video. Um, as you as you know, if you saw my last video, I did the unboxing of the comic edition Iron Studios 1/10 scale Ninja Turtles, and those being all the same skin tones and the same bandanas, all the red bandanas. And I said, you know what, for my display, I probably want something that pops with more color, with different skin tones, brighter colors, because these comic book editions come a little darker green. Everything's a little bit more dull, very comic book like, which is really, really cool. But for my display, especially with everything so bright in here, sometimes when I have all the lights off in the basement and I'm looking at it, it's very hard to see the Ninja Turtles there until you get up close. So I said I was going to order the color versions, the regular versions. I don't know how many units they made of the color versions, but I know with those ones, they're only limited to 100 worldwide, which is a big selling point for me as a collector and as a Ninja Turtles fan. But I did order all the colored ones, and Leonardo arrived first, so I figured I'm just going to do an unboxing of Leonardo, and we'll take a look, see on what he looks like, and how the colors look, because I've only seen him in pictures and in other videos online, and I'm not too familiar with, how it looks in real life. And even the box is also a different color. It is more bright and vibrant versus the comic editions. Look at that. Fully color. All the other ones, all the boxes were the same. But here Leo has a different shade of green. He has his blue. Even his swords have blue on it. And yeah, wow. I'm excited to open this up. And the brick has more color. Those ones just kind of look like dirty gray bricks, but this looks like red bricks with the slime or ooze or sewage is much more of a brighter neon fluorescent green, which is really nice, actually. Okay, let's open this thing up. That's the box there, or the inside of the styrofoam there. World to collect, Leonardo. Okay. Excellent. Back with my X-Acto knife here. I don't know where my usual X-Acto knife is that I use. Actually really excited. It's almost the same statue as those, but okay, wow. First thing I'm going to unbox is the base. And what a difference in color. Wow. Okay, so that one over there, I'll get them out of the case later. But the pipe on that one is all metal and metallic, or is this kind of like a rusty matte finish? And the ooze is obviously a brighter color, and the brick is more of like a red brick. Whereas that looks more like concrete, but also looks like they used almost the same sort of, I don't know, metallic wash on the brick too. Huh. I think I like the bases better on the comic edition versus this one. Okay, so let's see. I'll bring this up to the camera so you guys can take a look-see. The no foot image there. I don't know if it will focus. There we go. And then the ooze in the pipe. Okay, so that is that. And then we have the wheel, which is, the same color. I'm not going to bother showing you guys that. It's the same. That just pegs in. It's keyed. These are the swords. Yep, blue handles, metal as well. the handles on those ones are just like a brown, just a regular weapon wrap. No theme. Show you guys the swords here. Yeah, the blue hilts. Metal. Lay those off to the side there. This is his sword sheath. Those ones, it's just a darker brown. This one's a lighter brown. I'll show you guys here. Place that off to the side. Silica packs. And then Leo. Leo looks good. I do prefer the skin tones on this than that. I don't like how the arm wraps are more yellow on this one, but more white on that. They're just, it's like a 50-50. I really don't mind the red bandanas. I love them because I'm a huge fan of the comic. But I wish they kept the skin tones and the wraps on their feet and their arms and the color of the shell. Man, I like Leo better. I like the bases on those better. But I'll show you guys what Leo looks like here. Looks great. And I've also adjusted the lighting on my lights here to better represent what the colors look like. This is a new ring light that I got for my videos. And I know when I was editing my last video, it really changed the color tones. So apologize for that. Yeah. Looks good. And of course, I will just assemble Leo here in front of the camera so you guys can see that this just pegs into the back here. Like so. And then these blades just pop into, oh, it's a little harder to put these in on him. Huh, interesting. That is actually really tight. And as I did that, some polystone kind of shaved off the hole. Maybe I have to deburr it a little bit. Yeah, that does not want to go in. I see a little bit of extra paint in there. There we go. Some styrofoam. Looking good, looking good. And then all I need to do is peg him in. Pegs in, if I remember correctly, like this. When he pegs in so nice. And that is him right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the camera off the tripod or move it in closer so we can get a close-up of this. And while I do that, I'm going to grab the other Leo out of the display case, the module case. We're going to do side by side. All right. And I'm probably going to do that eventually with all the other ones that they slowly trickle in. I got them all at different places because these colored ones, these regular versions are long sold out. So it's, yeah, I'm having a hard time. Well, I had a hard time locating them. I have. The other ones are coming from Australia. This one came from the US. I have another one coming from Vancouver, British Columbia. So eventually they'll all be in and I'll slowly review them individually with their counterparts and then another video with all of them together. And we can all decide together which ones that we like. All right, and I'll do some swap outs too. I'll try to swap him onto the other base. But yeah, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. Here we have them, Leo and Leo. Comic book edition on the right and regular colored edition on the left. And you can see quite a huge difference, especially side by side. Wow. Everything's the same. Sculpt, details and whatnot are the same. It's just clearly on the comic edition, it's more dark, more gritty, I don't know, more dull. You can see it's more metallic here. This one's more like a matte rust. You can kind of have like kind of the greenish algae here and like more dark, dirty finish, whereas this has like the red brick. And even in the grate here, it's all silver and metallic-y, whereas this is all rusty. And even the ooze or the sewage here is much more dull. I'm not sure, on rafts, they put a nice gloss finish on it, but this one, I don't know if they forgot to do it, but it's quite dull. But yeah, more details on, you know, the regular version you can see on the toenails. Whereas these, I don't know if sometimes they forgot to weather it or put a little bit of gloss on it, whereas these have the gloss. Not much color added, just a slightly lighter green, and I'm not sure if that was done on purpose. The dots are also different on it, but I think it's the artist's or the painter's choice whether they want to, where they want to put the dots. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one has 4, but almost like the 3 dots, like the Predator kind of target. Actually, no, he has 3, 4, 5 on the 5. He's missing a dot here. So it's cool to see the differences once you have 2 different but same pieces together. And then we can see off to the back here, the foot symbol is way bigger here than it is on this one. This one's tiny. I kind of like the big one. All right. And then the cracks, that's strange. The cracks on this one are much larger, much more deep and pronounced than these. These ones are almost like scratches, whereas these are way deeper. So a few changes. Not sure if like maybe the mold just got, maybe they had several molds, so this one's a different mold than this one, but they're relatively the same because the brick broken parts are very, very similar. Even the pipes are all the same. Even the sewage grates there. I'll turn them sideways so you guys can see the differences on the sides there. You can see it from here. You can see there's a hole there, the ooze in there, and the ooze there. It has that kind of gloss finish here. This one's more dull, but like I said, Rafts has a nice gloss finish. And another thing I noticed about Michelangelo's, from pictures I've seen online, inside the pizza box, there's actually a pizza. And on the regular version, it's actually colored, whereas in the comic book edition, they didn't even bother doing the details of the pizza. So it's just like a gray pizza in there. I don't know if that was done on purpose or something that they just forgot. But yeah. This is pretty awesome. I don't know. It's tough to say which one I like more. I do prefer the base on this. I really like this dark metallic kind of base. And I like the wraps on the arms on the comic book edition versus this is like yellowish, dirty yellow, whereas I really like the look of that. The pads are almost the same brown, just a darker tone. The shell is obviously lighter on this one, darker on this one. This one has more detail with putting the black finishing inside there, kind of like the weathering or wear. But yeah, maybe if we swap this out with this, give it kind of like more contrast. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Comment below, let me know. But overall, I think in a display cabinet, this Leo, the regular version, is going to pop more than this. But let's try swapping them out. See how they look on each other's bases. It's kind of fun having the same statue, same but different. Yeah, I don't know. It looks really cool like that too. I like the metallic base. I have to take a photo of that. And then this sword isn't in fully. And let's compare the swords. Like these were made later, so I think maybe they figured out they would just make it a little wider so these can peg in much easier. These ones are really tight. Oh man, I don't know if I can get that out. Oh, there we go. But these are the two swords. All right, blue, and one's just brown. Just a regular brown wrap on it. It would have been cool if they put a little red in it, kind of to match the bandanas. But yeah, it's kind of crazy how just a little bit of paint, what a difference it makes. I must say I do like the detail of the regular one with the toenails, much different color, more gloss on it, where this one almost looks like there's nothing on there. They just kind of continue to paint. Maybe a slightly lighter green they put on there. But yeah, I don't know. Definitely prefer the comic base, and I like the colored Leo because he'll pop more in the display. Just wish that these wraps were on him there. And maybe less yellow, orange, more, if it was more like a dirty cloth color. Yeah. But yeah, that is it for my little unboxing video of this new regular version compared with the comic edition, and more to come when the other ones slowly trickle in from Australia and Western Canada. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be displaying with this, but for now, I'm just going to put Leo back in there and this one back in his box until all of them come. And yeah, definitely going to be displaying the colored ones in the display, and then putting these guys maybe somewhere else, or just boxing them up and just keeping them for when I get bored, I can switch them out. But you guys let me know what you think. What do you think of this Leo versus this Leo? Limited edition to 100. This one, I have no idea how many made, thousands, and the bases. And please like and subscribe, comment below, and I'll see you when the other turtles arrive. All right, cowabunga. Peace.